Hello, it's Stephanie with Coffee, Paper, Scissors. I thought I would work on a page in my idea journal. So I was looking at my phone this morning as I was drinking my coffee, and there was a picture, I think just a picture from, oh goodness, it's a Tim Holtz stamping, is it channel? I don't know, but I will try and get that information when I pause my video here in a minute. They did like a patchwork something, and they ran it through their embosser so that it looked more like a quilt. And I thought, oh, that's a cute idea, and I don't want to forget it. So I'm going to put that in my idea journal. If you're new and you haven't seen my idea journal, I made it in such a way that I can add my pages as I go. And I started working from the front, and now I'm going to do a couple of pages in the back so that, you know, I just feel like I need to do it that way. So I chose a page. I'm going to go ahead and glue that into my very last little page here. And right now it's just one-sided because then, you know, another idea I will add to the back side of it. Let's go ahead and glue this down. I have been inking just the very top edge. Why? I don't know. It's not even really going to notice or show, but you know, that's okay. And I haven't used my glue in days. What are the chances? I've been doing just a little bit of craft room reorganization. Yep, it's not going to work. We'll use the Fabri-Tac. How about that? That one seems like it'll come out. Yeah, so I've been doing a little bit of craft room reorganization. I do have one video up of that. And I ordered something, so I'm waiting for that to go on to the next video. And it's supposed to be here tomorrow. And I hope it works. I hope it works the way I want it to. Go ahead and glue this down. I think I want it like this. I was just, you know, referring to the color fade. All right, so we've added our page. Now what I'm going to do, I've cut out my squares from the paper pad that I'm using from my idea journal. And what I've decided to do is make like a tuck spot that's a card that opens. So it'll be, is that what I want to do? Yeah, so it's going to be where you can journal on the inside of it. You'll see the patchwork. I think it's a work in progress. What I'm going to do first is ink and glue down, I think, all of my patches, and then I'll be back to show you. All right, so I took a piece of thinner paper and glued all of my squares down after I inked around them. I did it lightly. It wasn't like a real heavy inking. Let me go ahead and chop this down. Of course, things don't line up perfectly when you're not using, you know, say a punch or something like that. So I was just using my paper trimmer to get my 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch squares. So yeah, it's not perfect, but it's close enough. And it's still pretty. And, you know, it is not, it's going to be mine. So a little imperfection here and there. It's okay. I should just use my paper trimmer to do this. There's a little bit of white paper sticking out there. I wanted to try and get that off. All right. And then a little bit up at the top as well. I'm going to be backing it onto a cardstock of another color, so I didn't really want that to be showing. Okay, so where did I cut it? Maybe here? I don't know. I don't know which end. All right. Good. So I know you guys probably know this, you know, when you're using your embossing folders, your paper tends to crack a lot. So I have just a little water bottle, or a water bottle filled with water, and I'm going to wipe it up here in a second, but I just, you know, a very light mist. It's really all it needs. Of course, you'll have to let it dry a little bit after, maybe a little bit. It's not a lot. I mean, it's such a light mist. This one is a Cuttlebug. Let's see. Let me see if I can kind of line it up where it's equal distance on either side. Probably not. And even if I get it there, it'll move on me. Honestly, my paper's drying already. All right. They're all different, and so it'll fit in my Big Shot, but it's going to have to be shimmed. So we have the big base. We have, it says to use a clear one, then it says to use this, and then it says to use a clear one. I know that it's probably not going to be enough, or maybe it is. Okay, I brought all kinds of shims with me just to be sure, but I think that might be enough. And I'm sorry if it's wiggling, but you know, look away if it's hard, I guess. Okay. And before I go all the way, oh yeah, that did it. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, let's get these out of the way. Anyway, you guys, I have shims for when things don't work. Like this one came with something, not this. But I have other pieces of paper that I will use to shim things. This will not stay. Sizzix, this will not stay. I mean, it doesn't, I guess, technically have to, but it's frustrating because it keeps flying off of my machine. Just move this out of the way while I finish up here. Okay, so the reveal, woohoo! Isn't that cute? So you guys, it looks like it's been quilted. Isn't that a cute idea? Oh yeah, I forgot to look it up. I will, because I have to turn the camera off again. Okay, so what I'm thinking to do now is, you know, generally quilts will have, my glue is seeping out a little bit. Quilts will have a border around them. So I need it to go this way. I have a little edge, cracked edge here. So let's go ahead and we'll glue it down and then fold and then cut. So I don't have to measure because I don't want to. Now, if you were just making a pocket or something like that, you could glue it down just as is, and it would be fine. But I wanted to make something that I could open up for journaling. Okay. And let's trim it. I think I want it to be right around there. It's never, nothing is ever quite right, is it? Just a little off. Just like me. So this is a thinner cardstock. It has that like weird pattern on the other side. I probably was given this by my friend Donna. So I don't even know if they sell it like that anymore with that kind of funky texture to it. My fold is slightly off, but that's okay because I'm not too worried about it. Why is it okay? Because I'm not too worried about it. I need my cutter again. Okay. So then, how cute. Actually, I should have stitched. I fully intended, you guys, I fully intended to stitch a zigzag stitch down these. I don't know. Sorry, that was my intention. Okay, so let me ink. I might still do one thing of thread around this, which will obviously show on the inside, but I'm okay with that. So let me ink and I'll sew around it and then we'll move on to the next part. All right, you guys, almost done. So I took a picture of the picture I took, of the screenshot that I took on my phone this morning. So let me see if I can get this open. So it is from Simon Says Stamp, and it looks like somebody named Cathie Cowles, and then she has a blog. I tried to find something on YouTube and I didn't see this on YouTube, so I don't really know, but anyway, there's the information if you want to look it up. And you can see that she did all different patterns. I did just 3 different ones, I think, but then she used the embossing and sewed around it. So stinking cute. All right, so let me put that down. I made a tag to go in it, and I haven't finished. I haven't, glued it in or anything. I sewed just around here. And since I did that, I decided to sew around here as well. Let's go ahead and glue it down so it will be a pocket. And hopefully I didn't make my tag too big. I don't think I did. This isn't the strongest, actually I need just a tiny bit more glue. This isn't the strongest paper for making a pocket out of, so I need to be careful with this. But once again, this is my journal, so I know, and I won't tear it or anything like that. I think I'm going to scoot it just a little bit. Cute, cute, cute. While that is drying really well, I thought we would cover up all that work with a label and a butterfly. So I have a little quote here that says, "Life is in the details." And I cut the life off just to, be able to layer it up a little bit. I thought we'd stick it slightly kind of under the... Okay, so let's do this, then we'll glue this. Sometimes it's hard to get things right where you want it. So I try to do a little bit at a time. I'm really hungry. There we go, butterfly. I thought about doing a little bit brighter butterfly, but I decided no, I liked the soft pink. Going soft pink with this one. Okay, hopefully this slides down easily enough anyway. It's getting caught on my words there, but that's okay. Okay, super cute. I hope you guys like it. So obviously, you know, we've all done the patchwork and everything like that, but I've never seen anybody use an embossing folder on the patchwork. I love it, and I hope that I will remember to use it again, and then it opens up for lots of journaling. Okay, you guys, thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.